If you're having trouble with rain flooding your garden, there may be a solution to that. Next, weather meteorologist Karen Carter introduces us to a gardener who has a new approach.
Anita Daly became a master rain gardener by taking a rain gardening course through the Washtenaw County Water Resources Commissioner's Office.
It's a 6-week course. You take it once a week, and then you design and plan your garden during the course, and then you plant it as a DIY thing.
The classes have become so successful that other local watershed councils, including the Clinton River Watershed Council, Friends of the Rouge, and Friends of Detroit, to name a few, have joined together to teach the class once a year. But what is a rain garden?
So it's a saucer-shaped garden. It's usually planted with native plants like these because that benefits wildlife and they're easier to maintain. And it's a saucer shape because it collects water from a non-porous surface like roofs and cement.
Barbara Lucas also has a rain garden.
A rain garden is a great way to keep the water on your property and going down into the groundwater to refill our aquifer. And this rain garden is attached to the gutter from the roof.
Lucas says the purpose of collecting the rainwater off the roof is to avoid it shedding into the street and into the storm drains.
It collects all the nutrients, the phosphorus, and it gets into the river. We're right by the Huron River, and it causes algal blooms and, weed growth that you don't want. And so there's all sorts of repercussions to having water shedding off your property.
Daly says she uses a lot of Michigan native plants in her garden, and there's a specific reason for that.
I recommend natives because, again, they're hardy and they benefit wildlife. The plants here have been tried and tested in rain gardens. These plants can also tolerate dry periods because when it rains, and when it's dry around here. So they're very, very hardy and selected to tolerate those different kinds of conditions. These native plants are smart enough to know the ways of Michigan weather, and they can handle it.
Climate change is changing our weather by producing stronger storms with more rain or prolonged periods of dry conditions.
Because it's collecting the increasing amounts of storm water that we're experiencing due to climate change, this is doing a really great job at protecting our river, and it's building resilience for the area. These plants can tolerate those conditions much better than plants that are not native.
Rain gardens not only help to protect our rivers, but they benefit wildlife such as birds and insects. It even helps Daly to prevent rainwater from flooding into her home. Daly is so happy with her rain garden, she made 2.
I love it. I love seeing people walk by and stopping, and there's a sign on my garden, so they'll stop and they'll learn a little bit about it. So I feel like I'm an ambassador. I feel pride in the garden because I didn't know anything about gardening really until after 40 years old, and I took this class and it's apparently successful.
Successful indeed. Daly now helps teach the rain garden class. Now that's the science of weather. For CBS News Detroit, I'm meteorologist Karen Carter.